Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about chicken injuries and some products that you should keep on hand in case you find yourself with an injured bird. First, I'm going to show you a chicken that I had injured recently and what I did for her. So I have a silky hen that got attacked by my olive egger hen. This olive egger hen that I had, when she was broody, she would come out of the egg box looking for a fight. She would attack one of the other hens, and a few days ago I went out and the hen was broody, and then I saw my silky with an injured head. I will show you what it looked like when I first discovered it. And I'll show you what it looks like now a few days later. Come here, Mimi. You can see that it's scabbing up nicely and it's all dried now. Those feathers might not come back. Whoops. They might not come back until next molt though. So when you discover that you have an injured bird, the first thing I do is separate them, of course, because anytime that other chickens see an injury or they see blood, they will keep pecking at that spot and making it worse and worse. The next thing I did was I put a little Neosporin on it. Now you don't want to use the kind of Neosporin with pain reliever added, because that is actually toxic. So you want to use regular Neosporin. Now if it has added pain reliever, it's going to say that right in small print on the front here, and also the one with added painkiller is white in color and the original is like a clear color. So you'll definitely notice the difference. And when I have an injured bird, I always put vitamins and electrolytes in the water to boost their immune system. I use this one right here. Otherwise, I do use these packets. They are for chicks, but they're also great for older birds when they need a little boost as well. Now, sometimes I hear about people who like to give baby aspirin to injured birds, and that's really not a good idea, because just like in humans, the aspirin can thin the blood and they can bleed even more. So, and if they have an internal injury that's bleeding, that could be a fatal mistake to give the baby aspirin. I wasn't sure if Mimi had swelling on the brain or anything. You obviously can't tell, but when she first was injured, the top of her head was very swollen. So one chicken breed that you have to be careful with if you have is the Polish, because they have this poofy mass of feathers on the head, and they tend to get picked on. Other chickens tend to pluck those feathers out. Polish birds tend to be mild-mannered, and I think that kind of makes them an easy target too, as well as the fact that they cannot see very well. So you'll find that they're easily startled, and if a chicken comes after them, they might not even see it right away. So you might find some similar head injuries like my chicken on a Polish bird or one like that as well. So I will show you some things that I keep on hand for the event of attacks, and of course you can have the possibility of predator attacks as well as chickens attacking other chickens. I always keep vet wrap handy I have two different sizes. I have a smaller roll for smaller injuries or smaller birds. I've even used this on chicks, and I have a wider roll as well. These are relatively inexpensive at Tractor Supply, and I mean, you can even get them at Walmart, so it's important to always have those just in case you need them. Now, you know, in the case of chickens picking on other chickens and pulling feathers out, some people use a couple different products to prevent that from happening. One of them is called Pick No More. That's this right here. I got that from Tractor Supply. This smells horrible. The theory is the smell of it and the bad taste of it will stop birds from pecking at other birds. Now, I've tried this, and it's just nasty stuff. Like, I'm allergic to something that's in here. My throat started to close, and my skin got itchy. I was coughing. I cannot use this product. And I had a Americana rooster. There's a video of him on the channel. He was injured, and I had a hen that was pecking at him a little bit, and so I did try this, and his skin got really inflamed and swelled up where I put that on him. I do not recommend this at all. I wouldn't even buy it. I mean, maybe it worked for some people. It didn't work for me. Like I said, I'm allergic to it clearly, so I don't even have the option to try it again if I wanted to. And then another one is Blue Coat. Now, some people now are saying that you shouldn't use these either. I don't have a problem with these. I have had luck with this. This comes out as a purplish dark blue spray. And the theory behind this one is that then the birds can't see any blood on the other birds. All they'll see is that bluish color, purplish color, and they won't go after them. This is actually a little bit of an antiseptic as well. I do use this, even though, again, some people say it's not recommended. I had no issues with it. Be careful. If you get it on you, it does stain. It takes forever to get it off. It comes in a liquid or a spray. I don't like the liquid, too hard to deal with. I just spray it on a little tiny bit when I need it. I haven't needed it in a long time. As far as eye injuries go, a lot of people, you know, I see a lot of posts in which people find that a bird has a swollen eye. Now, first off the bat, it could be an injury, but a swollen eye is also commonly related to a respiratory infection, and I do have a respiratory video. Even if they're not sneezing or coughing, it could still be a respiratory issue. So I would try one of the medications in that video. Even just Tylenol would be a good one. I do have a turkey here, a turkey tom, my white ones, in my turkey video, of course. When I first got him, his eye was so swollen, it was swollen shut, and it's like that pretty much every day. And I asked the person that I got him from, and she said it's always been like that. So of course, I tried to fix it. I tried Tylenol, I tried Denagard, I tried a regular antibiotic, penicillin. Nothing changes that swollen eye. There is only one product that I have found that really helps the swelling go down. I mean, it's always a little bit swollen. I don't know if it's some sort of genetic defect for him or something like that, because it's been such an ongoing issue. But terramycin gel comes in this tube here. This you can find at Tractor Supply. It's kind of expensive. It's $16 at my local store. And it's only a tiny little tube, so, you know, that kind of sucks. But if I don't put this in his eye every day, it will swell shut again. So this helps his symptoms stay at bay and helps keep that eye closed. I really recommend this for any eye issues, even if it's an eye injury, this would help prevent infection. There is an eye wash on the market, also by the same company. I tried this on my turkey as well. It really didn't do anything. I kind of find that this is a little ineffective. Honestly, it's not an antibiotic. It's just kind of to wash the eye out. Maybe if you had a bird that had an eye injury and you want to wash it out and clean it before you treat it, that would be a good product. I did get this on clearance. It was still $11. It's $22 original price, so that one is pretty pricey. The same company also makes a wound spray. So this would be for cuts and sores, skin irritations, and that looks like this right here. This is a good one. I like to keep this on hand for any open wounds. And another thing I have done in the past is if it's a small wound, we have taken a little bit of peroxide and diluted it with water and sprayed it on there, but just be very careful with that because you do not want them to peck at that and get the peroxide in their mouth. You have to be very careful if you're going to use that method. Some people ask if you can use essential oils in the coop. Some are safe, some are not safe, but I do use a few on occasion in my coop. Not necessarily this one, maybe it's not considered an essential oil, but VetRx, this is in my respiratory video. This is great when you have birds that are congested or any sort of respiratory issues. I put it on the beak and on the back of the neck, just so they're breathing it in. I do mention on my other video, this is just like Vicks Vapor Rub for humans. So this is not a cure, but it helps relieve symptoms. Now, there's mainly 3 essential oils that I use in my coops. One during the summer is tea tree oil. This is good for repelling bugs, mosquitoes. My gosh, we had so many mosquitoes here in the summertime, it was crazy. So I would put a few drops of that around all the doors and windows, and it was effective. Creepy crawlies do not like tea tree oil. People actually use this on their kids in school when there's like a head lice outbreak, yuck. And I've used it outside to on my boots to repel wood ticks and things like that. Super good stuff. Oregano oil, I use this one, great for respiratory issues and general health as well. I just use a few drops of that, and I don't do this daily, just every once in a while. Another one that I use is lavender. Just like in people, lavender for birds is calming. So I would say anytime that you have a stressful situation, like you're putting new birds in, or you have some broodies, or you know the chickens have been fighting, a few drops of that is good also. So those are the main products that I have used and I still use once in a while here. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please share the channel. I appreciate it very much.